somebody that the puzzle pieces don't fit, why waste your time? Like, we only have this one short existence to be our best self and to find our best partner. So if you're going to go after somebody, make sure that it's somebody that you feel primal for.
Have you found your best partner?
Oh, no, I haven't. I found some decent partners. Let me get some water. Ooh.
Already she's being a hypocrite. You said go for your best partners, right? That means she settled for decent men within her life, right? Just off the bat. And then another thing is the man that she's categorized and labeled as, I found decent man. Basically, they didn't fit her standard. They didn't fit her criteria. But she still, mess with them.
No, I have not found my best partner, but I have found my best self recently.
Why do you think you haven't found your best partner?
I feel like in the past, the reason that I didn't find my best partner was because I didn't have my best self. The way that I treated myself, the way that I treated my life, and I expect like the moon for myself. I have to work hard. But if my focus is only on myself, how could I find a partner who can also provide for me if I'm hyper independent? And you know what I mean? Like, I understand there's the misandrist and there's a lot of women who are like anti-men right now. And a part of me is with them. I'm sorry, I won't lie to y'all. A part of me is with them, but at the same time.
Oh, wait, let me move my camera from cause I'm in his face. I'm pretty sure I'm in his face. Let me move this over here real quick. Okay, we back in there, y'all.
Time, it's like, I do need a man to like be the head of household, to take care of all the things that sometimes I just don't want to use my.
Why you say?
I was like, you know what?
What do you?
It sounds like you just said that you need a man so you can be lazy. You actually agree with a lot of the women who just hate men. The thing that makes you try to stay away from becoming those women who are literally the purple hair feminists who just say that they don't need a man for nothing. You want a man to make your life easier. You are a user. Elephant titties over here is a user.
Get in that bag real quick.
Come
all
on,
right.
get in the bag.
So you said that a part of you is with the misandrist.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know exact what reason and what part of you is a part of it.
No. Okay,
let's get in that bag.
I'll give it to y'all. I'll give it to y'all right now. So here's the thing. So a few years ago, and this is not a sob story. Ooh, let me not break stuff in here. This is not a sob story, but
gotta lean forward.
But the thing is, like a few years ago, my parents died back to back. Right.
I'm sorry.
I was thank you. It's been some time, so my grief journey is like mostly fulfilled. But at the same time, I had a partner that I was dating for 3 years, and we had been together for so long. We'd been through thick and thin. And then during that time period when my parents were dying, he couldn't be there for me in the way that he needed to be there.
The man you were dealing with at the time?
Yeah. So for me, like, I must admit,
what wasn't he doing?
Oh, he wasn't showing up for me. I was going through a lot of grief.
In what ways was he not showing up for you?
Like, I wouldn't see him but like once a day, and he was at the hospital with me when my mom took her last breath.
You wouldn't see him? You would only see him once a day?
Once a day. I mean, he would write me in the morning. This is one thing that I really appreciate. He would write me every morning, "Good morning. I hope you have a great day." No matter if we saw each other or didn't. At night, every night, "Hey, I hope you got home safely and that you make sure all your doors are locked, and I love you, good night." So like, there were great parts of.
I mean, but it seems like the brother, putting some effort in though. We gonna hear her out because it seems like she got, more to say, of course.
Him.
But wait a minute, you say he saw you every day though?
Yeah, I mean,
physically
saw me every day, but I was going through so much grief.
Well, it sounded like he did exactly what he was supposed to do. How many times did you want to see him?
We're gonna skip this part. Hold on, y'all.
Died. It was very traumatic for me, and I'm sure it was for him too. And like, maybe we were on different paths. We were in different places, but I feel like losing people that I loved, that my family, and like, if I'm with a man, that's an extension of my family for now until we decide to get married or whatever else. But losing that relationship really, it made me jaded a little bit. Like, I'm very much like, can you trust him?
What the hell?
Like, can I trust these
So
men?
he saw you.
Whoa, hold up, Ella. Was it made you? You are the story that it's the solution.
The
Yes, you
way,
did.
like, oh,
You wanted him to see you more than once a day.
no, I just think that at that time, the
Yes, you
way,
did.
like, oh, he sees me once a day, we talk for a few hours, but he wasn't able to be there for me in the way that somebody should be there.
How do you feel like he should have showed up for you?
Now she's just
It's like she's not giving, like, he's not being specific enough. Like what we can, critique or, give our opinion on was, okay, you said the man was sending you notes in the morning, at night, you seen him once every day. Like, the brother trying to put some effort in. It's not like he just totally, neglect you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, she said she just wanted to see him more. Why didn't you verbalize that to him? I could have easily, baby, do you have a little bit more time for me? I'm going through something, we will this and that. Why sit up here and, be harvesting some type of resentment towards a man where you could have just easily communicated that to him, right? And that just shows you a lack of communications, within relationships, that a lot of people, instead of, just, hey, breaking it off to your partner, boom, boom, hey, I feel like this, woody whoop, this and that. People don't do that. Like, they want you to catch on. People want you to catch on. And that's the most foolish thing that, that's the most foolish thing within relationships. People want you just to, estimate or guess or get a hypothesis of how they feel, right? Instead of you just verbalizing and communicating how, grown adults supposed to, and letting your partner know, how you're feeling and, what you require within this short time span due to, this is a very particular and, special, situation to you, right? And you want more, time and attention just, to help the process of grieving, go smoother.
talking. You want him to be there more than once a day.
I mean, I was grieving my parents' death. They, like, check in on me more often, be there for me, be more supportive, like, be present in my life too. But I think it was traumatizing.
Sorry, I got to respond to that. So
This is wild.
hold on. Okay.
You're good.
I'm seeing a lot of flaws in this story right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
But I am saying the ultimate goal of the story is to say that I am a bit jaded at times, and that I
What do that word mean?
tend to be a little bit more distrusting. I have an avoidant attachment style, so I'll let somebody get close, but once they get close, like really close to my heart, and it doesn't take physical for that either. It doesn't take any kind of physical affection. Once they get close to my heart, I kind of push them away real quick. And I don't mean to, but with a quickness, I'm like,
But your reason is stupid. Her reason is dumb. What I keep
desperately, not desperate,
That's not you. That's not you at all.
being there for me at a time when I not desperately, but I did need them. Like, dealing with the loss of a family member is very hard.
I bet. I wouldn't wish that pain on nobody. You know what I'm saying? However, though, right?
Yeah.
However, if he was, so you expect a man to provide, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Like, I feel like a lot of times women really underestimate what it really takes to be a man, especially in 2025, right? Like in order for you to even be the man that a woman like you would even want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot of his time and a lot of his energy, like on a daily basis. Hold on, let me finish. Yeah. So you want him to go through all the pain, the suffering, the betrayal, the ups, the downs, and the hard work that it becomes, that it requires to be that man that he needs to be for himself, his family, and for any girl he chooses to be with. And then on top of that, you want more from him than him showing up for you once a day, and then also texting you and morning and night. How is he able to do that?
No, I totally see where you're coming from. I will go back to a point you made in the first sentence, betrayal. There would be no betrayal in our relationship.
No, not between y'all.
Oh, yeah,
it's just daily life of being a man.
No, but the kind of man that I would seek out would have such integrity that he wouldn't experience betrayal.
That's impossible.
No.
What?
No, it is. It isn't.
That's impossible.
I mean, it isn't.
Every man has
The type of man you'll seek out betrayal to fed. It's only once and never.
to go through betrayal.
I feel like when people have a sense of understanding about those around them. And he would not go through situations like that. I date very peaceful people who don't have a lot of like negative like pull in their life.
It's
and
not
so
about
when
negativity.
so when we break up and it doesn't work out, we always remain friends and we always love each other.
Right.
Because I know them in their heart. Like they're good people.
That's nasty. I ain't gonna lie. Like, imagine this, right? You know, you in all types of nasty sex with, with a person partner, and then, y'all just go back to friends. That's just my opinion, but that's nasty, right? Y'all ain't had all type of sex. Then watch this. You bring me. Imagine a new boyfriend. You bringing a new boyfriend around. Somebody that ain't had all types of good times with your girl. I feel some type of way. Don't bring me. I would have.
But at the same time, yeah, no. So he goes through all of those things on a daily basis. But
Wait, hold up. You're saying you date people who are peaceful and don't have negative things happening in their life, but you're the lady, you're friends with guys, you're part of the she-woman man haters. You're friends.
if we communicate with
The thing that you just said that they're
to each other, we're supposed to be that person that you can communicate with, that you can lay the burdens at their door and they will pick them up and say, that's okay. Let's just cuddle and go to bed. Let's have a good night. What do you want to do?
So
Somebody
he's supposed to
who's there
deal
for
with your
you.
burdens, is what you're
Not
saying.
deal. Not deal. It's a choice. When you
I mean, but you do supposed to bear your burden of your woman, though. If you're adding this woman along to what you got going on, you most definitely is responsible to bear the burden of your woman's pain, right? You most definitely. Then a lot of things, a lot of times within a lot of times when it comes to dating women now, they come with a lot of trauma. They come with a lot of trauma. So if you're thinking about taking this woman serious, of course you're gonna have to bear that trauma. You're gonna have to bear that burden. Don't let this woman have kids, right? Don't let this woman have kids, because you're gonna have to bear that if you even plan or think about taking this woman any level of serious.
really fulfill finding a good, healthy partner, it's always a give and a take.
Yeah.
There's like we were talking about.
I just want to know
50-50,
what he
like,
wasn't giving you. What wasn't he giving you? Like that.
It wasn't that he wasn't giving me something. It's just that the death was such a pain.
Oh,
like
but that's a you thing, though. That's a you thing, though. The relationship ended between you and that man because of you. Because you said it wasn't anything he wasn't giving. You said that death was just that monumental. It was that hurtful. It was that painful that you pushed him back. So it ended because of you. You're the reason why that relationship between you and that potentially, good man, because we only know what she told us about the man, and the brother sound like he was cool, but the relationship ended because of you, sis. Let's just keep it real. Right?
painful experience for both of us. He had already lost a parent. So he was trying to isolate himself. I isolate. So he was trying to spend more time alone and I was trying to spend more time alone. But like at that critical moment for us not to bond or like form a closer bond over the death that just happened.
Nigga, you saying the same thing again. Yes, he wasn't giving you enough time. You wasn't getting enough affection and time from him. Stop beating around this goddamn bush and just say it. When a person do what she's doing right now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I deemed them as a liar. You get deemed as a liar real fast.
Know what, though? I was about to call her as a liar too, but I want to hear the sister out though a little bit more.
When you have told me the answer, but then when I ask you just to tell me the answer, you just keep going around it. It's the most annoying thing in the world.
Then it means that we're pulling apart. So for me, I knew that the next step was for both of us to grow in separate directions.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think there was anything wrong with him.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, okay.
No. He didn't do anything wrong. Not at all.
Because
but
I don't, like I said, I don't. I'm sorry for your loss one more time.
Oh, no, thank you.
I wouldn't wish that pain on nobody, but I have a lot of friends that have lost their parents.
Right.
And the one thing that I've taken away from most people who lose their parents is that you don't know how you would react until something like that happens.
No,
you know what I'm
not at
saying? So it's like if he lost a parent and you lost both of your parents, he going through on top of what he goes through as a man on a daily basis. Then on top of losing a parent,
he's bearing his burden and your burden at the same time, and this man still showed up, right? But it really doesn't. He's not really analyzing, what he had to go through as far as his personal relationship between him and his parent, right? She's just more so captivated and worried about, the pain that she's going through right now. It's pretty. I mean, of course it's selfish, but it takes a level of emotional intelligence to, that's but it just takes a level of emotional intelligence, for you to be able to recognize, okay, my man going through this, I still need to be considerate, right? That this man is doing, he's writing me in the morning, he's writing me at night, he's coming to see me. I mean, it was just pretty selfish, it was pretty selfish. We could keep it real. It was pretty selfish. Relationship ended because it was a pretty, I'm not trying to minimize her pain or anything like that, but she does have to take accountability and say, hey, relationship ended because of me. Me. I required this at a certain time. I wanted more time. I didn't really communicate or verbalize it to him. I just kind of wanted him to get it.
And then on top of trying to please you, and then on top of you losing your parents, so it's like it's only so much he can do.
Yeah, and on top of that, not only that, we spent 2 weeks in the hospital, like staying in hotels just to be close to where my mom was.
Yeah.
Like he was there when she took her last breath, and he had also.
What are you talking about? He wasn't there for you. And he's a very
parent.
No,
so
her point was. I don't think her point was he wasn't there. It's just she required more time. That's all. But that could have easily been communicated. And if he set up there, but then again, it's like it's inconsiderate as hell. It's inconsiderate because he just also lost a parent around the same time. That's what she said. So it's inconsiderate as hell. I get, but then again, I guess she's saying, okay, like, she never said this out her mouth, but then again, it's like, okay, we can comfort each other within, the situations that we both got going on.
For him, he was.
That's a lot of death to be dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
but then again, she said he wanted to be alone. She couldn't even respect that though. He couldn't respect that he wanted to be alone due to what he got going on. Some people, just like what McQueen said, some people take death differently. Right.
We were both dealing with things, but I noticed, and I know he knew too, but we were dealing in different directions. Sometimes people have to separate to understand that you have to be there for yourself first.
Yeah.
And he was there for himself. I was there for myself, and I knew that I couldn't pull him into
it's bullshit, right? And the reason why I say it's bullshit because she already, gave us, okay, the death caused me to push him away. Bro, it don't take a mad scientist to read between these lines, bro. The death pushed the death of her parents pushed she pushed him away. She says she does that. He says she does that. Right? She pushed him away, and now she's trying to clean it up and make it sound a certain way. Make it sound like eye candy. Right? Not even eye candy, ear candy. Right? She's trying to clean it up and make it sound good. Like. But then again, on her end, it shows a lack of accountability. Right? It shows a lack of accountability.
the grief that I was experiencing.
Yeah.
He was there with you in the hotel.
To the world around me. So we split up. But at the end of the day, the reason that I can be a misandrist sometimes is because a part of my heart still hasn't recovered from the idea of, you know, my parents died and he left and I'm not close with my sisters. So it's like,
He didn't leave based
He
off
didn't leave though.
your story. You said you left him. He didn't leave.
Yeah.
So once again, your she-woman man haters club situation don't have nothing.
do
She's just
everything.
not.
Yeah.
She's just
I
not
understand.
taking
This is
accountability.
this is who I
understand
am,
that.
like hyper
A lot of women
independent.
like
Yeah.
I do everything for Anna.
You know
This
what?
is really hyper independent.
Yeah.
I do everything.
Wanted.
I get really hyper independent.
Yeah.
I do everything for Anna.
You know
this
what?
is who I am.
That.
Like,
I understand that.
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand where
Tell
you're coming
me.
from. I understand where you're coming from.
Do
I
y'all?
really genuinely do.
Listen.
Like, I don't want you to think I'm being dismissive.
So you say you hyper
saying?
independent.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Listen, my dad died damn near 15 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
But because of that, I feel like I am the way I am. Because when you have parents die,
Yes.
there's no loss of a significant other that can compare to that. So if
Yeah.
a woman leaves, it's like that could never compare to the loss I have for that. So I
Exactly.
really
Oh
don't
my
care.
gosh, you
So
get
I
me.
understand where you're coming from. When you have a loss like that, you get to be okay with being by yourself because nobody else leaving can
Yes,
compare to that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so the difference.
I guess
here
you're
is,
probably
like,
better to answer that question then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, but like even the question or like the premise, like it's all about experience. Like we've experienced a hardship, and you're right. There's nothing like losing a parent
Yeah.
because no one prepares you for the moment where the person
Nobody
who
loves you
guided
like your parents love
Yeah.
you.
the person who guided
know?
you and taught you all your integrity and your values and your value systems and your morals and your manners and how you treat other people, they're no longer here.
And that recently happened.
Yeah.
But that
So-
happened to me when I did almost 20 years ago. I'm still
I'm so
traumatized
sorry.
because of it. So I
It's a
understand if that
lot.
happened recently, I know the trauma in your
Yeah.
life that is going to affect
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah, and it was back to back too. And
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad was a cancer researcher. So I told
Oh,
you about how I was born in Nigeria. So my mom was white
okay.
and she was from Houston, and she
Your
was
dad was
studying
black.
to get her master's in Nigeria. She met my dad. He was a doctor at the university, and they've been together my whole life.
Dr. Umar,
I beg your pardon?
paging Dr. Umar.
So
Yeah,
I'm
my dad
black
was
and
black
white,
then.
transplant from Nigeria in a small town, Texas, in Houston. So, like, my experiences and the way I grieved my parents might be different from what people expected. I was so torn because this is one part of my life.
I get what the sister's saying. I get what the sister's saying, right? With that being said, y'all, shout out to that's Shaq 2 times. Shout out to him because I ain't reacted to his video. I know I was skipping. I was just, I wanted to get my points off. I wanted to keep my mind, refreshed as far as the conversation that her and McQueen is having, so I could be able to, give my synopsises and give my opinions on the matter, right? With that being said, I'm gonna wrap the video up. Y'all make sure y'all drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.